I don't know if anything happened last night. Slept so hard. I think David showed up at camp at like 6:30 or 7 this morning. And I woke up to him driving off. He probably dropped off my battery bank. Oh, get back. Get back. But yeah, I got my fan going. It's been working pretty good. Yeah, we're being crazy. Alright. I wonder how rough I look. Woo! Yeah, not a whole lot happened last night. Like, not much at all. We stayed up forever. And, yeah. But today we're going to get out there and kind of explore a little bit more. I want to take the e-bikes where we've never taken them before and kind of just look for sign. I did see some strange breaks on the way down here. By the mines. You kind of know that area. A little north of here. But not a whole lot around here. Just a simple place. Not a whole lot happening. Alright, it's the next day. Adam and I are going into the conservation area on the e-bikes. We're going to look for some new sign. Anything really. And hopefully we can find something good. I'm thinking there's got to be something out there that's going to indicate where these creatures are, and we think they are by the river, which we're like 10 minutes away from. I think that would make sense with how hot it is. These things are probably by the waterways. It's a known thing with these creatures. All right, you ready to go? All right, let's do it. There's so much wilderness out here, it's insane. Just goes for miles and miles and miles. There's a lot of food plots all over the place, but it kind of blows my mind that I never see deer in these food plots. I guess they have so much forest to hide in, and you just never see them. Or the locals are poaching them, which is probably the case. But there's also a lot of logging that's been done. I always feel like the areas with the shut gates are probably the best places to check. But you never know. What do you think it is? Do you think that's a song meter? For sure?
That's a song meter.
Yeah, it might be. It's numbered, so it's got to be conservation. Makes you wonder. Gate shut. There's a song meter out here.
They're trying to document something.
Yeah. Just making sure it wasn't trash people were leaving behind or a trail camera. Because that was my first thought. I was like, what? You're not allowed to put trail cameras up in state forest. But I think they're doing Bigfoot research. Or maybe some type of universities out here, like listening to bats, like sonar. I don't know. Nice little pond here. Doubt it has any fish though. There's some frogs. You know, that really makes me wonder if they're doing Sasquatch research. I do feel like the song meter for the bat would be a good way to look for Sasquatch. Yeah, the sonar. Yeah, if they're using infrasound, sonar, anything like that, you'd be picking up noises that we can't hear. Because that's the thing, like bats, they can hear things that we can't.
It's wild.
We'll have to buy one. Yeah, cool GoPro. Kind of has the same shape as a GoPro. All right, we'll keep looking. If we find Sasquatch sign back here, we'll know.
A lot of trees pushed over.
Mm-hmm.
Do that too, though. As low as they are to the ground.
Looks like a good one. It says, it's kind of weird. It's like, do not disturb a tree stump, shrubs, vegetation, equipment. So they got equipment in here. Some type of forestry experiment.
I have one, a round fold-up table.
Mm-hmm.
We'll break that thing out and not pop the legs up and lay it on this tall grass and have a launch pad.
Yeah, I have a launch pad. One, the same one. I think you got one. Like it folds up into a circle.
Yeah.
I think that should work out. But yeah, this Forest Service road, it's got a shut gate and it's just food plot after food plot after food plot. It seems like they're researching here. I wonder if they cut down these trees because they said, oh, the elk need room to run. It gives them vegetation, but it makes you wonder if they did it for these creatures. I mean, if they do it for the elk, why wouldn't they do it for the Sasquatch?
Right. They're trying to eliminate the population, or are they trying to help it thrive?
Yeah. But I figured we can park the e-bikes here and just kind of walk a little bit. See how far this goes. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing as far as these fields. This is better than Trail 12. I seen some burnt trees. They were like jet black. I was like, whoa. I thought I saw one when I was riding the bike. Kind of freaked me out a little bit out here. But I guarantee if you sat up like against one of those trees and sat all day, these things would come up to you. You'd start experiencing stuff. And that's how it works. It seems like there's nothing in the area and all of a sudden they start pulling their magic. So that tells you that you know you've been watched the entire time. Like they watched us come in here. They're just hiding. Whether they're cloaked, hiding behind trees, paralleling us, following us. Yeah, they could be in the trees. Where up? Oh yeah. True. It's starting to get hot. But we're miles back here. Go this way. I feel like we're close to water here. There's a lot of vegetation here, so there's got to be spring water somewhere, and that's what I'm looking for, is like a fresh water source. A lot of closed gates around here. Makes you wonder. Dude, did you hear that thump from it? Like, doof. Dude, it was like right there. Did you hear it?
Yeah, my first thought was it knows my chain fell off.
I noticed you kept just trying to put your chain back on.
About,
I was like, I wonder if he doesn't hear that. It sounded big, like an elk or a bear. Something. How could something that big be right here and it just disappeared? Whoop! Pretty strange. Whatever it is, it's weak and pathetic. Sounded big.
that would have been fine, but my first thought was I am not running. I'm pedaling out of here.
Do you think we can figure out how to get back from here?
Where is this one?
I don't know, but there's the main road, so I'm thinking if we make a right, it'll take us back somewhere or further away. How many miles back do you think we are?
Oh no, we're in here.
We went at least 5 miles. 4 or 5 miles, I'd say. It doesn't seem like we should make a left, but that's what it says. We're 12 minutes away on a road. I haven't seen any structures. The stuff that I have seen, there's like logging done, so it's too hard to tell. There's so much damage done by the loggers. You would think there'd be like teepees, X's, arches, all kinds of sign. We're definitely having activity. Man, that animal sounded big. Sounded huge. Maybe there was until they logged it. Maybe that's why they log it.
I may turn it out.
Uh-huh. Beautiful day though, beautiful area. See, like that looks like sign, but a lot of logging done. Definitely tree damage. Oh no, your chain fall off? That's weird. I'll get up here on the top of the hill, wait for Adam. His chain keeps falling off, so I don't know what that's all about. I don't know, that animal that we heard at the end of the trail when we stopped on the e-bikes, that was strange. It's the same thing we heard on the other trail, like miles and miles away. I think we went like 10 miles back there. It was pretty far.
It was a good ride.
Yeah, I didn't realize we went that far. The e-bikes can definitely take you places that no man can go. I mean, you could go on foot, but it's going to take you forever. Forever. Over here we got the cheddar jalapeno bratwurst, cooking up some late lunch. Feeling bad for Yowie. He's pretty hot. I mean, it's like 100 degrees out, so we got him in the shade, giving him some water, some ice. He's just chilling out. What are we doing, Adam? Yeah, we stopped.
So, we're suiting up. We're gonna go find us a heat stroke.
Yeah, I think it's probably too hot to be wearing something like that. You're like, yep, it sure is. Okay. Well, I'm thinking I'm gonna go down that trail where we usually see the orbs and just sit there where all that tree damage is, where I left the smoked trout. And I think you're gonna cut down that way.
I was gonna go down that tree.
Oh, down that way? Okay, well, you go down that way, sit in the tree stand, and maybe we can use the walkie-talkies to communicate back and forth and see what happens.
Yeah. Actually, ain't too bad. It's got a nice little breeze through it.
Yeah. What a freaking moron.
What?
Okay.
What? You brought yours too.
I do have mine, it's just too hot. Idiot. I'm just kidding, buddy. Hey, the hex suit supposedly works. Like, I've seen turkeys walk right up to people and they don't even realize they're there.
This will be the first time we've ever wore the full hex suit in the woods.
Really? Yeah.
But also waiting for it to get stupid hot to do it.
Power on. 16.
Perfect.
Power on. 16.
Let's do it.
Bring me water.
You better take some water with you, man. I'm serious. Don't get a heat stroke, man.
Yeah.
All right, we're checking the smoked trout to see if it's still there. It looks like it is. Mainly using it as scent, like to attract something. But yeah, nothing's really touched it. We still have 1, 2, 3, and 4 on the dice. So everything's still there. Nothing's moved. And that doesn't mean something's not here, but it was just a little experiment to try to see if anything changes. So it's been a pretty good trip so far, and it seems like we've had more activity coming from the conservation area, which makes sense because my theory is they're coming from the conservation area and onto the property. And I don't know, it just sounded like a huge animal coming right at us, and it always stops right at the edge of the woods. I mean, this last time that we had that happen today, it sounded huge, like it was big. You could hear it moving, like the thump, 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 thump. And I don't know, it just sounds like whatever it is, it comes right at us and it just poof, disappears. Because that time I actually pursued it. Like, I went into the woods, never heard anything take off, nothing. It's like it just vanished into thin air. So who knows, maybe it was a big hog, a black bear. I don't know. I just thought it was strange because as soon as Adam's chain fell off on his bike, that thing was coming at us. And I looked over at him, he was still working on his chain, so I didn't think he heard it. But then after he put the chain back on, he turned on his GoPro, and I was like, you heard that, right? He's like, oh yeah, I just wanted to make sure I got my chain on my bike before something bad happened so I could take off, which makes sense. But yeah, I do appreciate you guys watching these videos. For the few people that actually watch the research videos, it seems like a whole lot of people aren't watching them nowadays. And I've noticed one thing: the community, or communities, multiple communities in the Bigfoot community, are very, very divided. If you believe it's a primate, you're automatically an idiot, or an unknown primate. If you believe it's interdimensional, you're automatically an idiot. If you would knock and call, you're an idiot. If you believe in Bigfoot in general, you're an idiot. If you don't think it's an alien, you're an idiot. If you think it's some type of relic hominid, you're an idiot. And I don't get it. It seems like no matter what you do, somebody's gonna be mad. And I've noticed a lot of the big channels, like YouTube channels that have like 200,000 or 300,000 subscribers, they're like one of the main people that are calling others idiots. It's like, oh, all these morons out there looking for Bigfoot, wood knocking, and man, you could just feel the anger in their voice. Like they're just like so upset about it. It's like, you're seriously mad that people believe in Bigfoot and they're out there looking for answers? You have serious issues. Like, who cares if they think it's a primate? Who cares if they think it's interdimensional? Who cares if they think it's some type of ancient caveman, or if it's a Nephilim being? Like, who cares? As long as people are aware that these things are out there, that's the only thing that matters. But there's just a lot of hate out there, and I don't know, it's kind of disgusting, honestly. And I've seen some of these big channels, they're ridiculing researchers and pretty much calling them morons, but I see it for what it is. I don't think other people do. They just fall in line and follow whatever they say, but you can obviously tell they're trying to ruin people's reputations. They're trying to attract all those people that these researchers have coming to them to their channel. And I don't know. I mean, obviously, like, for example, like the BFRO, I have heard that they change reports, even from people around here in Missouri. I just think, like, if someone reports like seeing orbs or mind speak or these things disappearing, they just kind of leave that part out of there, and they're looking more for the description, like it was 8 foot tall, it was wood knocking. But still, I don't feel like that's right to do. Like, if something turned into a ball of light, you better leave that in there. But I don't know. But I'm also not gonna bash those people. Like, what a bunch of idiots going out in the woods camping looking for these things. Like, that just sounds crazy to me. But anyways, it seems like the drone's working out pretty good. I'm liking the daytime videos a lot because of the super zoom, but I still haven't figured out the nighttime settings as far as like the thermal, the starlight mode. The thermal looks okay. I mean, you can tell what you're looking at, but it's not super detailed like I'd hoped for. But the starlight mode, which is like the night vision mode, I have not been able to figure that out. Supposedly you're supposed to put it like on a manual setting, and you can adjust like the ISO and all the other settings on the camera, and I just can't figure that out. And I'm gonna have to really figure that area out on the drone. But I did notice in the comments there's a lot of people upset because I bought a $20,000 drone. For one, it's not your money. Two, like, why are you mad that I'm trying to get evidence and give you guys free drone footage? Like, that doesn't make sense. And three, I took out a business loan for that drone, and I also got a discount from Autel. I'm not gonna tell you guys how much I paid, but my payments are like almost $700 a month, and I have to pay that off for a long time. So I didn't just like buy that outright, and I still owe a lot of money on it, which kind of sucks, but there was no other way to get it. There wasn't enough coming through the donations to do that. So if you guys are still donating, I definitely appreciate it. It's gonna help me with the payments because they're honestly kind of overwhelming right now. I just kind of, I don't know, I'm hoping for the best, really. And honestly, I was like, well, if I capture something cool, the video's gonna do better and that'll help pay for this drone. But obviously stuff hasn't been happening. people haven't been watching the channel, and that's another thing I wanted to talk about is I have been getting a lot of subscribers, and the more subscribers I get, the less people that watch the videos, and the videos have been doing horrible. It doesn't matter if it's like an awesome interview, a really good encounter, just not as many people are watching. And I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but I just think a lot of people are being unsubscribed. Their likes are disappearing, their comments are disappearing, and people are just losing interest. Like, they watch this channel and they get super excited about it, and maybe they watch it for like a year or two, and then they get burnt out on it and they never come back. So I think that's what's happening. A lot of old viewers are just disappearing, never coming back, and there's always new viewers coming in. But also another thing is YouTube's adding like 1 billion commercials per video, and that's not me. I'm not putting that in there. And I have to remember to go back and like delete all those commercials and add commercials in certain areas, and it's just getting annoying. A lot of times I forget to do that, so I apologize. And I can definitely say that YouTube is not paying more. Like, they added a ton more commercials and we're making less money. So that's pretty much what's going on in my world. But I mainly wanted to say I appreciate the people that have made donations through the PayPal, and they definitely helped out. I mean, I think I got enough for like 2.5, 3 months of payments. So I appreciate that, guys. And you know who you are, so I appreciate that very much. And yeah, I just wanted you guys to know mainly that anything that was donated to the channel, people that bought shirts, people that used the thanks button, all that went towards the drone. And I wanted to get something to be like, hey, I'm not out here at clubs and picking up mail order brides. I don't know, I'm just saying, like, but yeah, the money is being used towards the channel, every little bit of it. So I appreciate that. And yeah, for the people that say that researchers are morons, I don't see you out there looking for them, sleeping in the woods at night and camping when it's 100 degrees out for multiple days, and packing up all kinds of gear to do this and traveling hours and spending all kinds of money. So if you want to call me a moron for trying to find answers, that's on you. I mean, go sit out in the woods and read emails, which I like to do that too. I mean, I like to read people's encounters, but I'm looking for answers too, and it's not behind the screen and behind the keyboard. And yeah, I'm ranting as well. I'm just tired of the community bashing each other. It just seems like people want to pick favorites. Either way. Yeah, Adam put on the hex suit and he's sitting in a deer stand. I'm on this trail where I seen the eye shine. All these trees crashed and they're blocking the trail. We see the orbs right here. So I'm just chilling out in the woods. We really don't know what else to do. I mean, honestly, like, we got our thermal devices, our cameras, audio equipment, we got our drones, and we've done all that, but it's just like, what do? We've called, we've cooked food, we've played music, we've sat around and talked. We rode our e-bikes for miles. I think we went like 10 miles today. Didn't find a single structure. It's just like, I don't know. Well, I've went walking into the deep woods on other trips here, and it's like, I'm not seeing anything other than deer. And again, that doesn't mean they're not around. It's just like, we're in a huge, vast area. So I don't know. I think that's like something that people misunderstand. Like, ooh, if I go to Bluff Creek or Ape Canyon, that means I'm gonna see Bigfoot. It's like, no. You're gonna go to a huge area with hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of miles of woods and probably not experience anything, but you know they're out there, and that's what matters. I think the main part of Bigfoot research is just getting out there and enjoying nature. That's the best thing you can do. Go fishing, go camping, hang out with your friends, go hiking, sit in a deer stand and wait for a deer to come by. That's what you need to be doing if you want to experience Bigfoot activity. Because if you do what we're doing, bringing all this gear and specifically looking for Bigfoot, you're gonna be very disappointed. And I've come to terms with that a long time ago. Like, I know that something will likely not happen for me because these things are very elusive and they could be anywhere in Missouri, anywhere in North America. So that's just how it is. And I don't get mad anymore when something doesn't happen. And honestly, it happens when I least expect it. And when I hear it, when I experience it, I'm like, dang, I wish I would have had my camera. But, oh well. What I'm getting at is you don't know unless you try. You don't know unless you put yourself out there. And yeah, it's pretty bad dealing with skeptics and people that don't believe in Bigfoot. Like, ha ha ha, how many Bigfoot you see today, Miguel? But like dealing with people from the community, it's almost worse. It's like, man, this person believes in Bigfoot, but they think I'm an idiot because I said they could be interdimensional. They could be using portals. Or it's an unknown primate. You know, I kind of believe that all theories, I don't know how to say that. What the fuck was that? It sounded big, like something big was walking. But I kind of feel like all theories mesh together. Like I do believe it's an unknown primate. These things do display primate behavior as far as like wood knocking, bluff charging, the vocalizations that they do, the rock stacking, that's all Bigfoot behavior. Rock throwing, that's definitely like primate behavior. But I've seen these things vanish into thin air, hide behind trees, and you never saw them come out the other side or take off running. But I've also seen like physical parts to it where they're like eating food, they're eating the apples, they're going through your trash cans, or eating a deer off the side of the road, they're hunting. So there is that. But yeah, the orbs, that's a strange thing, and it's definitely connected with the Sasquatch. I don't know, it does blow my mind that where these missing people reports, these dogman sightings, alien UFO sightings are at, it's the same areas where there's been Bigfoot sightings, where the caves are, where the wilderness areas are. And you notice a trend. They're all in the same areas where people have found giant skeletons. It's all the same places. But when you go there, again, it's vast, like huge, huge, huge. You'd be driving for a long time through these areas, let alone hiking and exploring. Like, there's just so much ground to cover. I don't know how to use this, I forgot. Over. Can you hear me? Adam, over. Mic check.
Power on. 16.
Mic check. Are you alive? Over. There is a giant Sasquatch heading directly your way. I don't think it's working.
Really?
No, but I did hear something big step, like, dude, like 10 feet, 20 feet right next to me. Like it was big, like something was walking.
That's kind of what we heard yesterday on our way down to set up the audio recorders right there.
Yeah, I'm hearing this where we see the orbs, and dude, it was a big creature, whatever it was. It seemed invisible, kind of like what we seen in the park earlier.
Perfect.
As soon as you said perfect, I heard it move. There is something here. I don't know what it is, but something is here. Why do I wear this goofy hat? This hat keeps the sun off my shoulders, off my face. Too much sun exposure can give you skin cancer. And when I'm walking through the woods, it's picking up spider webs before they latch onto my face. So yeah, I'm not trying to look like your classic Bigfoot researcher. It's just a hat to use. Yeah, for some reason, like 20 minutes in the woods, like as soon as I got here yesterday, something bit me really hard. I think it was just like a gnat or something, but I don't know, I feel like it's a spider bite and I keep itching it. But yeah, I mean, as I was talking to Adam on the walkie-talkie, I could hear it moving around. And even after we got off the communications, I was hearing it moving. I don't know what it is, it sounds big, I'm not sure. I can't see what it is, and I can see pretty far into the woods. I hear it. What the hell? Whoop! Whoop! We should be regrouping here in a little bit and throwing up the drone. I'm gonna throw up the drone, then I'm gonna ride my e-bike all the way to David's place, recharge it, bring it back, and use it tonight. Kind of sucks, I wish I had more batteries. If I were to get another set of batteries, it would be over $1,200. So I'm not gonna do that. I can't spend that much on a drone. I've already spent enough, I already owe enough. I'll just charge them up as I go. Is there something here? All right, so I'm zoomed in all the way. Just trying to look for any shapes further than what my eye can see, but it seems like whatever's here is like somewhere over there. You guys will have to let me know if you see anything, because the screen, the viewfinder is pretty small. You hear those squirrels going off? Something's walking around me. It's that same sound that I had when I seen the eye shine. This is that same spot. The ridge that leads to the killing fields. Just like a big mountain that drops down into those killing fields. I hear it. Now it's over here. What are you? Not gonna lie, it's super hot out here. I'm glad I'm in the shade though, and there's some wind. The breeze feels nice. Do you guys see anything? What is that? That, my friends, is a tree, I think. I don't know what that is. So I did get a report a few years ago from this area, and I'm not sure if I ever read it off on the channel, but a guy was hunting in the park, him and his son were, and he said on this ridge, which is the same area that Adam always tells me about that his buddies had encounters at. But this guy said that they were hunting an area, it was during the white-tailed deer season, rifle season, I believe, and they saw this white Sasquatch poke its head out from behind the tree. Had a conical shaped head. It was definitely an adult, and they both saw it. Crows are going off. But yeah, I mean, it seems like there's been a lot of reports in a certain section of the conservation area, so I mean, that could be where they're at, but I feel like they could be anywhere. But there's gotta be a reason why there's been so many reports there, and there's probably fresh water, some type of waterway that goes through there, and not just the current river, but like an actual spring-fed creek with like fish. There's probably a cave system there and multiple springs, honestly. And that will bring in the whitetail, the turkeys, and if there's more wildlife there, then there's a bigger chance that these things are gonna be there as well. I haven't seen anything like that here on this property, but you know they're around, that's for sure. as hot as it is out in the open, it feels super nice under the canopy of the trees and the wind's blowing. So it feels like, I don't know, it just seems like wildlife will do just fine whenever it's super hot out. And I know it seems hot for us when we're in parking lots where there's asphalt, and or if you're in the middle of a field. Like if I were to walk through the killing fields, it would be brutal because these small fields on the way down to this ridge, it was hot. But yeah, it seems like once you get in the woods, it cools off, and I don't know, it makes sense how the deer and the wildlife do all right when it's scorching hot outside. But I'm just out here listening, seeing if anything tries to like rush me, if these things surround me, if I see anything. You just never know. Like I said, just spend time in nature. There is something over there. The crows are going absolutely nuts. Do you hear the crows going off?
I was just fixing to ask you the same thing.
Yeah, I wonder what they're squawking at. Earlier I heard squirrels barking in the trees like something was moving through the area.
They're definitely upset over something.
I think so, and keep in mind that I've been hearing something big walking around me. It just seems like something invisible because it's close enough to where I should be able to see it for how large it sounds.
Did you do 2 calls earlier?
I may have. I'm trying to remember. What'd you hear?
I heard do whoops, kind of like what you do from your direction, sort of.
That might have been me. Yeah, I think it was. What was that? Hey, you never know, it might work, man. I've been out here playing Native American songs.
Well, that last time you and Joe filmed those ones up there on thermal, when you guys were on parabolic, you were playing music.
Where are we? I can't remember. It's a good point, though.
No idea where you're at, but you and Joe filmed something on thermal when you guys were on parabolic. The second time you guys went out there, you guys played that, and I think that was the day you seen the rake.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that video. Or those videos. The blue jays are going off. I say we go back to camp and we throw up the drones and see what we can capture, and then it'll give us time to charge them up for the nighttime.
Sounds good.
10-4. All right, we're heading back to camp. Definitely lots of strange things moving around us in the woods, and that seems to be the theme on this trip. Big animals lurking around you that you just can't see. What is it? I don't know, but there's definitely something around. Could be normal wildlife, but I'm thinking it's these things because I have experience with them in the past, and that's what they do. They kind of make you feel like you're going crazy, like something is moving around you, something mysterious, something that feels ancient. And it's definitely these things. That's what I think. You throwing up your drone?
Unless you need help filming. I can help you film.
It's up to you.
I'll help you film.
Ain't working. So yeah, it's day number 2 at the killing fields. We're throwing up the Altel Alpha drone. and we are going to try to get some awesome footage. The Spartan trail camera out in the killing fields has been going off. It's been digging in my phone the past 30 minutes, so that means there's animals moving around. And that's kind of what made me want to set this thing up and put it in the air. So let's give it a try. Preparing for takeoff. That thing puts off some wind, doesn't it?
Like that.
We'll switch to zoom. Sun is brutal. Pretty sure I saw a deer over here.
Stop recording.
Oh yeah.
Well, I did spray this. I was hoping the ticks, but it come a big rain after I did it, so I figured that didn't help nothing.
But was it like a baby deer that we found in the center of the trail? Is that what it was? Was it a fawn or was it like a doe?
I think it was a fawn. I think it was too small to just be a doe.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But the strange part, it was in the center of the trail. And then when we came back, it was gone.
Yeah, and I was looking real hard. I really thought that's what I was seeing, and
Mhm.
definitely didn't see it when we went.
Yeah, I was looking for it too, and you asked me, like, did you look for that? I was like, no. I thought we passed it or something because I didn't see it.
I kept asking myself if we passed it, but
Hmm.
I feel like I was looking too hard to miss it.
It's beautiful out here. We should come out here and hunt.
Oh, we'll focus. Okay. It was just a shadow, but that looked crazy for a second.
Yeah. Oh, that freaked me out. At first, I didn't know what that was. Yeah, the dove. Another thing, like when you come out here and you just stand still, like it's so damn quiet, it hurts your ears. It's like, what the heck? There's like this pressure feeling. And that's the feeling I got when I went to Alaska, just like this unsettling barometric pressure feeling.
That's. I think that's part of what we felt when we were walking up that hill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that feeling. Exactly that.
It was like you were underwater for a minute, and then as you're walking back up, you're catching your breath.
Yeah, like when I was walking up the hill, I had to look away from you because I was like, I'm getting dizzy, and I don't want her to think that I'm out of shape, fat and out of shape. Because that's what I was thinking was going on. I was like, I guess I'm out of shape.
That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking the same thing. I was like,
Yeah.
I guess I'm not running enough.
Maybe I drank too much energy drink. Like that was running through my head, and I just kind of had to like breathe. And once I got to the top of the hill, I felt about the same, but a little better. And then we walked a little bit, like halfway to the camp, and you said like when you were younger, you used to have like this thing
And I would just
with
pass
your
out.
heart. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
It's controlled now, but all of a sudden it decides to happen.
yeah, you
right
said
then.
it started coming back. But I thought that was weird because that's exactly how I was feeling too.
Yeah, maybe it wasn't even that thing. Maybe I'm still not having that problem, but it was just.
I think that's what it was. I don't know you well enough, but it was happening to me as well, so
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
Yeah, it's just a shadow. Dark leaves.
I heard that. The first time it got close, I was like, that's just a squirrel. Second time, yeah, unless like a big hickory nut fell out of the tree.
Yeah, and rolled.
Oh, it is.
It's supposed to. It usually is for people.
I gotta film that because it's still there. I heard that. Oh my God, the mosquitoes are so bad. I think there's a big pond back there. We gotta get past this part. I just want to get to this field and we can go back.
Oh, I don't hear it. What is that?
Frogs. I think.
That last one made me question.
I know, it sounded pretty damn deep. Okay, I don't want to go past this. I mean, we can go around. You can tell stuff has been like watering in there.
Yeah. Dude, I got a lot of pictures of stuff.
Like when I see this field, I picture this giant bull elk just bugling.
Me too.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure they have here. I'd like to hear it. I haven't heard any bugle out here.
There you go. Broken.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
What can I say?
It sounded big. Yeah, it's right there where that was. I said that too, like, kind of seemed like an owl took off. Something. It looked like an animal got up. I don't know what it was. I can't say what I saw.
It looked like a white light.
Yeah, you think you saw a white light? I don't know what I saw.
That's the exact place you just made.
Mm-hmm, yeah. One thing we should have brought was the bug spray. Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
What is that? Really? What is that? That thing is hooting away. Oh, guess my phone's in there.
Are you out of breath?
You are?
Yeah.
Definitely a spooky area, though. I would not want to stay out here at nighttime.
Yeah, me either.
I've thought about it, just driving out here and camping out here by myself, but I mean, David's is far enough.
Yeah.
It's just one of those spots, if things went south, you'd be screwed.
Right. I've never heard anything like that before. That's the first time I've heard that.
Really?
Yeah.
It sounded just like my call.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I was pretty amazed.
Those deer are moving in front of my camera. Oh, did you hear that back there? What was that?
It sounded like a monkey. Did you hear that?
Yeah. I've never heard of that before. Something squeaking. Damn. This is something straight out of Boggy Creek. Thank you. I don't think I do a very good job, but I get out there. I appreciate it.
And I mean that. I'm not just saying that.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I definitely know an area we could go to and experience Sasquatch activity. I already told you the spot, but that place is like dangerous. That's where I got followed out at, but there's just something off about that area.
Right. That's how I feel about St. Joe Park, and also that's because I know the true crime history of that.
Did you see the tracks that Adam found at St. Joe Park? It looks like gargoyle tracks. Like, I don't know, maybe it's like dogman tracks. They are huge.
Oh my goodness.
Scary. In the snow.
So we had cross country practices out there when I was in college, and one time I just went on my own with my friend Kira and we were running, and we ran in different directions because she was doing hills and I was just doing distance. So we ran in different directions, and I came back and she was already done, and she's like sitting like curled up in a ball in the front seat of my car.
Really?
And I was like, and I knew it got quiet, and that's why I turned around. But I said, "Are you okay? Like, what's going on?" And she was like, "It got so quiet, and then I heard something running in the woods, and I didn't know what it was, so I just ran back and locked the car."
Yeah.
I got in my car.
Oh, they're out there.
Oh yeah. I was like, "Holy crap! Like, are you okay? Like, was it a person?" And she goes, "I don't know. Just something was chasing me." She goes, "I didn't see it. I just heard it."
Right.
Nothing left here this time.
Oh, yeah. So we're at camp. We have visitors, and we're all doing research. Everyone here is into Bigfoot, and we're all working together to get evidence.
Try this one. This one's $45.
David's over there.
Sorry, I was locked in.
This is the new, cheaper version.
Oh my gosh. This one.
Seems like that one might be better.
Battery low.
What? I just took it off the charger.
Yeah, it's telling me
Yeah,
battery low.
it's saying battery low.
I would keep watching down there if that's the case. It died.
Okay.
That's crazy.
So name brand works better.
Which one is that one?
That's gonna bring
I
me
think
chem lights
this
up
is
here.
That's the
this
Bill
is
one.
yeah.
Okay. I got one like that. Just hard to use.
Great big old industrial fan.
I got one down there in the shop.
I don't know how we'd power it, but swamp cooler.
Does this change anything? Hang on. Let me stand here next to you. If I hit my IR, does that mess with it?
We get rid of the
No.
bugs.
No.
Oh wait, yes.
Does it?
Yeah, bright.
Does it make it brighter?
Yeah.
Oh, it's pretty loud.
That's cool. See, like,
Oh, it goes back to that back tree now.
mm-hmm.
Did you charge up your power bank today?
That's the IR that I was telling you about.
You didn't?
I should improve it, like, better and even better right there.
That is better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see it?
Yeah. No, I can't see it.
I'm going there late with Miguel, I guess.
Oh, wow. That's actually not bad.
No, it's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I'm impressed. I've never used anything like this before.
No, my fan, the fan's
I can see your IR light off that thing, too.
If it goes dead, I can plug it into that one. That's still got like 30%.
This is exactly what we were doing last night, just filming down there, and it's just like nothing.
Yeah, 27%.
I wish I'd known that I took it home with me this morning and charged it for you.
I like to get one of them great big ones. Something that
I'm
can
just seeing
big enough to
fireflies.
run a well.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was telling Adam. Was like, if the orbs show up, it's gonna be hard to tell with the fireflies. He's like, no, not necessarily. The orbs are bigger. So that's true.
The orbs are bigger, or at least the one I saw was a lot bigger.
But you know how cameras are. It like doesn't like what you see with the naked eye is not the same as like what your camera picks up, unless you can like dial the settings to match what your eye's seeing,
Right.
which is hard to do. But you've messed with your camera a lot to where.
Yeah, I do mess with mine a lot.
That's what I try to do when I take photos. Is like I want to match the settings to like what my eye is seeing.
Right. I try to get the most accurate, like
Mm-hmm.
scientifically, trying to get the most accurate photo I can.
Yeah.
That's what I've done in the past year. I try to get more specific
It looked like a cordless drill almost.
pictures.
Those bugs look like orbs floating around though.
Yeah. One kind of scared me. It looked at the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, it's a face of a mosquito or something.
And when I get them,
And then went behind the camper.
A white light?
Yeah.
Weird.
I don't know if it was a bug that I just followed, but it was.
Now?
Yeah, it just looked circular.
I saw that too, but I wasn't sure if it was a bug.
It was very circular.
we gotta wear you out.
Good luck with that.
You won't sleep.
Yeah, I bought one of those night vision binoculars.
It was just on that side.
Now it's down there.
Yeah, now it's over here.
No. Back over here.
Oh, this way. That's where I heard it the first time, but I
never heard an owl do that.
He's just laying there looking.
He's looking that way though.
Yeah.
I can't say that's Sasquatch, but we got action.
That is a loud owl.
Mm-hmm.
There it goes.
Hopefully my recorder's going at him. Sounds off, doesn't it?
That's a different thing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You want to come down here, Tim?
Oh, there's that lightning again. Or light, whatever.
Yeah, I can see it.
The lightning. Wasn't it weird last night around 1 in the morning how the sky just looked lit up like it was morning time?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought, what time is it?
Mm-hmm. It was like the sun was coming up, but it was 1 in the morning.
there are shooting stars there.
Mm-hmm.
Foot in the woods, rest of your life. No, absolutely not. You're right.
I wouldn't
Same with the dog man too. If I see any of that, I'm done. I'm giving all my camera stuff to Miguel and I'm moving to Florida.
With the grass man or swamp man is, yeah.
The skunk ape, swamp ape.
Yeah, skunk ape.
I know a guy that sees Mothman.
Really?
I sure do.
Do you think the swamp ape has swamp ass?
Oh God, I'll say the odds are for it.
Living in the swamps, super high humidity.
And you got the Ohio grass man.
For some reason, the night vision just looks spectacular at night. Like, check this out. Like,
It looks pretty good on that little monocular.
Mhm.
That's the first time I broke that thing out.
How do you focus it?
I have no idea. That's the first time we've ever used it. Okay, you twist this right here. This thing right here.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Sorry, the guy didn't mean to turn the light on you.
no, the only way I can see is by looking through this camera. I literally looked over at you guys and could see nothing. Just like pitch black.
On these Panasonics, you gotta be careful when you got night vision on. Yeah. Turn a light on, it's too bright, it'll burn the filter out.
Yeah, on any night vision device.
It's really hard to adjust when you look away. That's the first time I've ever done that. And I'm like, holy cow.
I heard like a growl or something. Like, roll.
What was it?
I don't know. I thought it was your belly.
His belly.
Yeah, I was hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what you
Did
doing?
you hear something in the weeds?
I heard that. Like a buzzing sound.
Is that just a massive bug, maybe?
It could be a massive, like, something.
That was Mothman.
Mothman. That'd be freaky. Oh, mosquitoes are coming back.
Yeah.
That's wild. Your IR like improves my night vision. Maybe that's why it looks better. Because she's just been pointing it down that way. I'm like, man, this thing looks really good. I don't know if you can see that.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
wow.
yeah.
That's awesome. I'll try
It
to
like
focus
magnifies it.
What?
Oh yeah.
for you. Oh, wow.
Look at that.
That's where the orbs are.
What is that?
You just can't see right past that.
Get your hand off. What in the-
Get your hand off me.
What's going on back there?
Isn't that cool?
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize it was doing that on your end. That's cool.
Yeah.
Adam, something's gonna come in here tonight, grab you and take you off the woods and have its way with you.
Oh,
God. Well, Miguel
You're
couldn't
so
go to
mean.
Washington with me,
He'll be
so I
the
did
first
the
one to
interview
run.
stuff.
Don't
Yeah.
kid yourself.
Yeah, Grandpa, I'm leaving
And
you behind.
two of the
You
guys I
guys.
interviewed both had,
Who's had down to
They got raped by Sasquatch.
yeah,
seen me yelling about shit.
Sasquatch up in Washington, no joke.
Now I've heard those stories around here too. I've told you about them.
What?
Not me, but people I've
Do what?
talked to.
I said, what was you doing?
When?
Something to do with
Here
that.
you go.
Oh, I gave you the
Oh,
thermal back.
uh-oh.
Okay.
It sounded like it went through the trees, just like last night. Adam.
Hickory nut or
No, I guess that's what we chalked it up to. It's hickory
It's a
nut.
big bat, isn't it?
Yeah, I can see. Sorry.
There it goes. Look. There it is. Look at it and look straight that way.
Joe, you might be blocking some of that foliage.
Mm-hmm. I am. There's just sounds in the trees.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, Grandma, I'm not seeing it.
You're
now.
not seeing it?
Yeah, here, you keep looking. If you see it again, I'll try to look.
Alright, so Adam's gonna go down there and blow the death whistle. I told him not up here.
If he goes down there and blows in something,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be amazing to see how fast he gets back up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what the orbs look like.
that is what they look like.
Mm-hmm. Just like
He
that.
ain't all the way down there, but he's close.
The Adam orb.
Guess he took me my way.
It feels different now.
Yeah. I don't know if it's just because of the noise or.
Do we have one?
It's just on the washer.
Yeah, get over here. I like how he listens to me.
He's coming up here fast.
He's booking it. Yowie, what is that? What is it? It's Adam. What happened?
Got the heebie-jeebies and now I gotta pee.
Oh, okay. Are you gonna say like something grabbed you?
Yeah.
You didn't see anything down there?
Well, that means something's gonna
I
happen.
didn't look a lot. Didn't hear nothing? No.
Nothing?
Did you feel out of breath or anything down there?
No, I mean, it feels,
Yowie? Absolutely not.
feels a little heavy down here.
Sounds like a real airplane when you're sitting in an airliner. They're getting ready to take off.
Booting up.
So my main thing flying at night is just like obstacle avoidance, making sure that we can keep an eye on the aircraft. That way we don't lose it, don't have like a flyaway. Nothing.
Remote ID normal.
Nothing wrong. Yeah, you'll be my visual observer. You'll help me out.
Spots on these trees.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Where's that strobe light at? You remember where that's at?
Came from that way.
I told you to stop recording.
Joey?
Alright, so I feel like this trip was a success. We had some friends over who wanted to experience activity, and I don't know if it was heat lightning or what, but we experienced like these strange flashes. I've seen it before when there's like lightning way off in the distance. Yeah, it's like a clear sky above you, but somewhere there's a storm and you're seeing like the lightning in your area. But like, I was even telling one of the girls that was here, I was like, last time David and I saw the orbs, they were like turning on, like red, orange, different colors. It even turned on to where it seemed like someone turned on a light bulb. But anyways, at one point it seemed like someone had a flash camera and took a picture in the woods. This was not above the tree line like in the sky. This was low to the ground in the woods, like someone snapped a photo with the flash on. But we experienced that even when we went out into the conservation area at 1 in the morning. Like it, I don't know, it happened like right above us, like someone took a photo with the flash on. That was strange. We also heard these 2 owls. It did not sound like owls. Even the people that were here that have never seen Bigfoot, that are kind of skeptical, you know, they want to learn more, they even said like, I don't think that was an owl. It was huge. One fired off way down there, and then another one over there. And about 3 weeks ago, that same group was here, and her and I heard it. There was 2 vocalizations. I talked about this on the last video. Same directions, like same directions. I don't know. I feel like there's something over there and something over there. Adam, when you got here on this trip, you heard that down in the valley. As soon as I got out of my truck, we shook hands, we were talking. Boom, like a loud knock. I'm not gonna say that was Bigfoot, but there's no houses over there. There's no cars, no parking lots, no people. Like, what do you think that was?
It was definitely a loud crash.
Yeah, like a loud crash.
It did have almost a wood knock sound to it, but it was more crashy sounding.
Yeah.
And I can contest to the owl sound. That was the loudest owl that I've ever heard in my life.
Big. And again, I can't say that was Bigfoot, but...
You're right, but it was definitely abnormal.
It's this. I don't know. Because if it's an owl, I'm going to say that was an owl. I mean, we've been hearing them all night. Like, it's not getting my attention, but when you hear something that's so out of the norm, it's like, ooh, what was that? That's pretty much all it was. Just a mystery sound. Definitely not a regular owl. But when we were over there in the park, we heard some strange sounds, almost like cattle. And you even said it, there's no cows over there.
Yeah,
I mean, it's...
Dude, that last one it did almost sound like somebody trying to mimic an owl, but screaming at the top of their lungs. It was real deep, like, whoo!
Yeah. And I could hear something sneaking to the front of the truck. You'd hear, like, sticks break. You could hear something walking, and then it just stopped. But dude, what you and I experienced in the park, like some big animal coming, like thumping through the woods, like crashing through the brush, that was unusual. And then we experienced it again today in a completely different area. Dude, I thought an elk was about to like bust out of the brush. Like it sounded, I could hear thump, 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 and like brush moving. You could, at one point I could see the brush moving, like it was getting ready to come out, and it never did. Did you see me like go into the woods? I don't know if I ran or if I was moving quick. Nothing took off. It was like nothing was there. And it sounded as big as an elk. The owls are going off. But I thought that was strange. And I looked over at you. I mean, I've probably already talked about this on video, but you're like working on your chain. I'm like, why isn't he reacting?
Oh, I heard it.
And then you did. You flipped on your GoPro and you're like, there's something over there.
Gotta get this chain on right now.
Yeah,
I gotta get out of here.
No, that makes sense, because if we were in danger, it's a good thing you got the chain on. That was weird. Sounded like an owl, but I don't know. I don't know what that was. We'll call that one an owl, but I don't know. Anyways, I feel like this trip was a success. The drone is working pretty good. I still cannot figure out starlight mode, and I think starlight mode you have to put it on manual instead of auto, and you can adjust your settings from there, like your f-stop, your ISO, your shutter speed, and I just can't figure that out. So I apologize, I'll tell people that wanted to see that feature. I don't know. When I got that drone in the air, I only got so much time to figure it out. But anyways, we have some plans in the future for the killing fields. Adam and I are thinking about camping in the park, definitely during the fall and winter time, but we found some awesome areas, and that's what it's all about, scouting and looking for new sign. And we didn't find any structures, we didn't find any sign, but we had activity, and we found some areas that we think would be awesome to camp, and some other telling signs that someone is possibly doing research there. I think it's like universities and the conservation people, but those song meters, that was pretty strange. We know what you guys are up to. I mean, they're probably listening to bats and birds and stuff, but still, I think it's Sasquatch. Or they're gonna get Sasquatch sounds on there, because I've had instances where people would knock, or where the Sasquatch would knock, we didn't hear it. Like, the people with me did not hear it, and when you listen to the video, loud, clear wood knocks. And I've heard other researchers talk about that. I think the Ozarks Mountain Sasquatch group in Missouri talked about that. I was like, yes, that can happen. But I think that's sonar, like echolocation kind of deal.
Ping.
Yeah, because like bats can hear like bugs flying through the air. We can't hear that, but they can. And maybe that's what they're doing with these wood knocks. It's some type of sonar, like a submarine. I think that's what the wood knocks are, but we'll have to get some. We got so much to do, so little time. Our lives are so short, and we can only go so far.
I need to hit that like button.
Yep, hit the like button, subscribe.
Help get them there. The more likes, the more the equipment, the better the evidence.
Just watch the darn videos.
Yeah,
That's
made
all
it
I'm
this
asking.
far.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate everyone. Appreciate David. Appreciate the people that came out here. Appreciate Adam. And I want to give a big shout out to the Sasquatch. But seriously, it's spooky as hell out here. I don't feel like these things are safe. I don't feel like they're Harry and the Hendersons. So that's all I'm saying. Be careful if you run into them. They are out there. They do exist. And people need to know.
They're unpredictable.
They're unpredictable. I get a spooky, sinister, ancient feeling when these things are around.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Cut!
I don't know why. Like, yeah, we just got up and like hid. Where's he at?
It was after that rock or walnut went flying.
You okay, buddy? What's wrong?
Something's about to happen. Dude, something's about to happen. I'm telling you. He knows. Like, he's able to predict the future with these things.
He's a biosensor.
Something's about to happen. Get ready. Alright, it's bedtime. Everybody wanted to see Yowie. Yowie, did you know everyone in the comments is like, where's Yowie? How's Yowie doing? What's Yowie up to? You're the star of the show. Everybody wants to see you. They like you. Alright, it's the next morning. Day number 3, and it's super hot today once again. I think it's the hottest right now that it's been the entire time we've been here, and it's only like 10 o'clock in the morning. But last night we stayed up till about 3 in the morning, and not a whole lot happened, but I went to bed, crashed out, and I woke up to something stomping around camp. I could just hear like big footfalls, and I thought I heard something like breathing, and I was like, oh, that's Adam. And then I went back to sleep. But I think I woke up like 2 or 3 times last night hearing something moving around in camp. And I remember like the second or third time, like I woke up and I heard something big moving around, and I'm like, that's Adam. And then I heard Adam snoring in his tent. I was like, I don't know what that is, but I'm not going out there. And I fell asleep. But I know that happened. Like, I was definitely awake, and I asked Adam about it. He said the same thing. He's like, I thought I heard something too. I thought I was dreaming. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the gifting stump. It doesn't seem like anything came in and got it. When I cooked burgers yesterday, I dumped all that grease in the center of the stump. There's the stump. Doesn't seem like things got moved around. It seems like the marble might be in a different position. Maybe these two. But I think I'm gonna leave these toys here and see if things switch up the next time I come out. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I leave it? I think so. We'll see. Definitely feel like there was something around though. You just can't expect to go camping in a wilderness area and run into these creatures. That's just how it is. And there's tons of people that go camping in like Sasquatch hotspot areas, and they just never run into anything. So that's normal. The norm is not seeing or experiencing anything. That's why when people run into these things, it's so traumatic, terrifying, because it's just next level. Something from that's not from this earth. That's what it seems like anyways. But yeah, the goal today is to pack up camp, retrieve the audio recorders from the conservation area and David's property. And yeah, we're just worn out, guys. I appreciate all the support. If you guys can, make a donation for the drone, help me get it paid off so we can move on to our next piece of gear. But yeah, I'm hitting it hard this year, guys. Hopefully we can get some evidence. If not, we can at least say we tried, right? And it's gonna happen when we least expect it.
Yesterday I was standing right about here, and it was before I went down that way in the hex suit and you went down there where you set up the salmon. I was standing right here and there's a tree down here. You gotta stand right here to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And I thought I seen something hanging up the side of it, and the entire time I was standing here I was watching it and I never seen it move, and I didn't want to be the pareidolia guy, like, I seen it, it's down there looking around the tree, you know, like a weird, you know, I didn't want to be weird about it. I see Bigfoot everywhere, but
Yeah, I know. Sure.
I actually like kind of scuffed the ground, and I don't see, I mean, I went right down there, right there by that, and I didn't see nothing, but I don't see it no more. Unless the time of the day plays a factor with the angle of the lights, you know, but.
What was it, like a big black shape?
Yeah, it was like a person, all black, around a tree, like it looked like a head. But I watched it and it never did move.
I mean, that's the type of stuff you have to look for. You just never know. They are the watchers. They're out there, hiding behind trees.
This place
moving in slow motion.
Is weird.
Mm-hmm.
This place is weird.
Yeah. Alright, so I was driving to the park going to get my audio recorder, and I came across this in the middle of the trail. What the heck? That is absolutely huge. I wonder what that's from. What do you guys think? Strange. I'm not going to collect any. I don't need DNA. I just wanted to document that. Not putting that in my bag.
Hold on, Yowie! Right here.
There ain't nowhere else to park.
Way.
I bet there is a cave up there.
You ever been up to Paint Rock?
Where's that at?
You're just about looking at it.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
Very
paint.
top of that hill, or that mountain, whatever you want to call it.
I ain't never been up there. It's the second time I've been here.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons we got rid of it, because we get them big yellow zigzag looking spiders, the ones with all the spikes on them.
Oh, yeah.
They would be all over us.